What's going on, guys? Johnny with Blazer Grass Lawn Care. Let me put my headphones in. So the season is slowing down, guys. The season is slowing down, and for me, my season doesn't stop. It just slows down to the point where I'm only doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that, but there's always something to do in my area. So we get a little bit of frost here and there. It do get cold sometimes depending on Mother Nature, but we don't freeze. But it does get cold. So I'm like 45 to 30 minutes away from Jacksonville, Florida. So we stay pretty warm in my area. As a matter of fact, I don't even own a thick jacket. We usually just put on something with layers and we go out there and do what we have to do. But I'm making this video, guys, because I know for a fact we're gonna get the question as far as the lawn mowing season is ending. Now what? What do I do? What do I do in order to get some money or make some money during the winter? Now, the first thing that I'm going to say is that think forward as far as next year and save a percentage of your money, guys, because like for instance myself, last year I worked 2 to 3 days per week, and that's just because I wanted to. I really didn't have to, but I'm the type of guy that I have to be doing something, and there's so much that I can do in my yard. I have to get out there and do something. But this year I'm only working 1 or 2 days. That's it. That's it, because winter time is when I head down to Florida with the family, and we take vacations in the Bahamas, and we take cruises, and that's our fun time. And I can get that accomplished because I saved my money throughout the growing season. So try to save as much as you can next year when the season begins. And I know it's hard, guys. Believe me, I'll be the first one to tell you. I know it's hard, but it can be done. Okay? So try to save some money. This way, if you're out there working, it's because you want to, and it's not because you have to. Okay? Okay. Awesome. All right, guys. So I have a couple of ideas that I can give you in order for you to make some money throughout the winter. And the first one is tree work, small tree work. Okay? Now keep in mind, you're not licensed, and if you have the skills to cut down trees, more power to you. Just ensure that you are licensed and you have the proper insurance and the proper gear, right? But if you're like me or the average person that don't have a license and don't want to get into cutting down big trees, you can limb up small trees, overgrown limbs, cut them off. Just beautify the area. Crepe myrtle trees, those are pretty easy, with a ladder or whatever the case might be. So if you do have customers, or if you don't have customers, go around your neighborhood, or you can drive around and have cards or estimate sheets of paper and write down a price and leave it by their door, right? Don't knock on the door. Don't do that. I would say just leave it by the door, and if they are interested, then they'll call you. So that's something that you can kind of think of. And in saying that, also overgrown shrubs, you can prune down or trim down overgrown shrubs. A lot of times some people just don't trim their shrubs and they get leggy and they get too grown, uh, to the point where they start to cover the windows and stuff like that. The same thing, leave an estimate. And I'm talking about, if you don't have a business. If you have a business, right now, you should be walking around your customer's property and making a list of things that you can do during the winter, and either sending them a text or an email and with a price. And if they agree to it, then you can schedule it according to your schedule. So that's pretty easy. All right, number 2 is pressure washing. A lot of you guys make a lot of comments on my videos as far as pressure washing sidewalks, driveways, homes. That's just something I personally don't enjoy doing. The same way some people don't enjoy mowing lawns, and I do. It's just a personal preference. I'm not into pressure washing. But if that's your thing, then this is the perfect time to, again, get with your customers or drive around your neighborhood, drive around a neighborhood, and get you some pressure washing jobs. And if for any reason you don't know how to pressure wash or whatever the case might be, it's the same way you're watching YouTube videos on lawn care. You can watch YouTube videos on pressure washing and learn the craft, or start from the bottom and work your way up. Okay, so there's pressure washing as an additional service throughout the winter. Another one for you guys up north, or well, when I said up north is past me, I guess, is snow removal. And I know you're going to say, well, I don't have a plow, whatever the case might be. Guys, you don't need a plow to do snow removal. You can, shovel driveways, or get you a snow blower or stuff like that, and just have an agreement with a couple of people, and whenever it do snow, you go out there and you shovel their sidewalk, shovel their walkway, the entrance, their driveway. So don't get into that, well, I don't have a plow, so I can't make any money doing snow removal. Guys, there's a shovel. You can do snow removal with a shovel and work your way up, right? It doesn't have to be to that great big extent. So you can definitely do some snow removal. All right. Another additional task that you can do is mulch installation. By this time, you should have a list of all your customers' mulch requirements. And this is the perfect time for you to go out there and measure your area, ensure that you have the type of mulch that your customer wants, give them a price, get it approved, and at your convenience, you can do mulch installation. Now remember that you can buy the mulch by the cubic yard, or you can buy it by the bag. So you can have it all delivered to the location where you need it to be delivered. So you don't need any type of truck or something like that. You can have it delivered and just add that price to your installation price. Now, one thing I want to remind you guys, if you're doing mulch installation, remember that preparing the location is an additional charge. Excuse me. You have to clean up the plant bed before you install the mulch. So that's an additional cost. You have to cut out the edging, right, before you install the mulch. That's an additional charge. you have to trim the shrubs and prune, the bushes before you install the shrubs. So that's an additional charge. Do not charge one price. You have to break it down for the customer so they can understand what they're paying for. Okay? Because if you don't put it down like that, the first thing you're gonna do is you go out there and install the mulch, and the customer is gonna be like, what happened to the shrubs? Why didn't you trim the shrub? And then you're gonna turn around and say, well, that is not part of the mulch installation. And then the customer is gonna say, well, I want the shrub trim. And you're gonna be trimming shrubs with all that debris falling on top of the brand spanking new mulch that you put down, right? So guys, make sure that you convey, when you talk to the customer, and you charge accordingly to how much you're supposed to be charging. Okay? Now, same thing with pine straw. You go out there, you know how many bales it's gonna take you. You can have it delivered, or you can go pick it up. Now, what we do is we charge per bale installed. Okay? We don't charge no other way. You per bale installed, and then the cleanup, the area prep is additional because we have to spray the weeds, pull out the weeds, trim, or whatever the case might be. And so that's an additional charge. We have to trim the shrubs, and that's an additional charge. All right. So ensure that you pay attention. You really know what you're doing when it comes to mulch installation and rock installation and hardwood and stuff like that. Right. Awesome. All right, guys. Another additional service that you can do during the wintertime is Christmas light installation. There's a lot of courses out there, guys, that you can take as far as installing Christmas lights. And I've seen it on the internet, guys, where you can take a course, or installing Christmas lights is pretty easy. So just put it out there and see exactly what you can do. I personally never done it, but I heard it's a pretty profitable business. So installing Christmas lights, and again, guys, you can Google it, and I'm sure there's videos out there that you can utilize to kind of give you an example of installing some Christmas lights. Another service, guys, that you can do, this is number 7, is selling firewood. I've seen it where guys are out there tying them up in a bundle, chop firewood. I've done it before. When I first installed my fire pit, I went out there and bought some firewood because I wasn't prepared, and it was pretty good, guys. So that's something that you can think about. You guys that love the outdoors, know about firewood. You can chop up some firewood, bundle it, and sell that stuff. People will buy it. Believe me, I did it, and I'm sure others will buy it as well, right? Number 8, overseeding Bermuda with perennial rye. In my area, certain neighborhoods, it is very, very popular, and certain neighborhood is not. But I've seen it where guys come out and they will oversee the yard with perennial rye. I've done it once or twice, but my excuse me, my personal customers never actually asked me to do it. But I've seen people that love to oversee with perennial rye, oversee the Bermuda. And yeah, that's another thing that you can, think about doing during the wintertime, especially in my area. And a lot of these suggestions, guys, again, I'm in southern U.S., and I'm sure that if you really think about your location, you can come up with a lot of ways and things that you can do during the winter time. Okay. Number 9 is gutter cleaning service. You know, there's people out there that need their gutters to be cleaned, and if that's something that you not actually providing for your customers, think about it. You can be doing that during the wintertime also, cleaning gutters. And number 10 is window cleaning. You know, um, again, go on the internet, and you should be able. YouTube have a lot of good channels where you can learn how to clean windows, and just go out there the same way that you went out there and found lawn care customers. I'm sure that you can go out there and talk to businesses and clean some windows and do a good job, right? So I hope these were pretty good suggestions for you guys, give you an idea of something that you can do during the winter time. You can get a part-time job. This is just a bonus. You can go out there and get a part-time job. I know Christmas time, um, these Amazon and FedEx and UPS, and they're hiring people to help. So if that's your thing, you can get your part-time job at a warehouse. um, the jobs are out there. All you have to do is go out there and look for them, if that's something that that you want to get that additional income, right? We all could use an additional additional monies uh, during the winter time if we didn't save. Correct? Awesome, awesome. So guys, what I want you to do is, if you have any additional ideas of what others can do during the when the grass is not growing, and this is not just for lawn care guys. If you're in the process of or thinking about starting a lawn care business, also this is a good time to start advertising. It doesn't hurt to put out your cards. Yes, you're not going to get any calls. You may get calls for some of these additional services, so it doesn't hurt, guys. Don't wait until spring to go out there and market your business. Now is a good time to start marketing your business, right? And leaf cleanup. Did I mention leaf cleanup? Leaf cleanup is a good one, guys. You don't need a truck, and you don't need all that stuff, guys. You can use a rake and paper bags from the big box store, and you go out there and use a blower. You rake it up, and that's the way I did it. When I first started, I went out there with a blower, a rake, and bags. And now I mulch leaves, and now and then I'll bag them, but that's not something that I do. But that's something that you can do as well. Just keep in mind, guys, you don't need to have. I know a lot of us watch YouTube, and we see these guys with these big trucks, and you know they have the big machine in the back of the truck sucking up the leaves and stuff like that. Guys, again, if you have the need for that, then eventually you can get that. Case in point, I don't have the need for that, so what I do is I mulch my leaves, and now and then I'll bag them for an additional cost. But other than that, guys, again, if you have any recommendation, please leave them in the comment below, guys. And have a blessed one, and I hope that this video helps, okay? Alright, guys. See you on the next one. Pop Smoke. Peace.